Hello, my love. I'm recording this on November 6th, 2024, the day after the US election, because Wednesdays is normally when I release episodes. And what I know to be true is that connection and consistency are deeply important, especially in times of grief. Along with nearly 70 million other Americans, today I'm grieving the lost future that I had hoped for. And it's hard. And there's a lot of feelings. There's fear, there's anger, there's sadness. And I'm letting myself feel them. And while my inclination was to not try to offer anything today, to just hide and think about what I would want to say or what I even could say, what I know to be true is that the brave thing is to not abandon you and to not abandon myself in doing so. I don't have platitudes for you. I don't have hope to offer. But what I do have to offer is love. I love this podcast. I love any of you who are listening. And I love so many people in my life who are also hurting today. And as I was drinking my coffee this morning, feeling all of the feelings, and feeling so small and insignificant and alone, what I reached for was connection. My inbox, both in my text messages and my voicemail and my email inbox, has been filled with messages of love. People I haven't talked to in a while, people I talk to frequently, like we've all been circling the wagons. And I deeply believe that if there's anything to do, it's that. I've written a lot and spoken a lot about choosing love over fear. And one of the things I did this morning was listen to my blog episode about moving from fear to love. And so much of it resonated that I do genuinely believe that our curriculum here on earth is to love each other and to not give in to hate and fear and despair. And that doesn't mean bypassing those feelings. Your feelings are valid. If you are freaked the fuck out right now, that's valid. If you're angry, that's valid. If you're deeply fucking sad and hopeless for the future, that's also valid. And all of those feelings warrant getting their own airspace in your system. They warrant unpacking, they warrant journaling, they warrant sharing with a loved one who has the spoons to hold that for you. But what I'm reminding myself today is that I have a choice around how I respond. I have a choice around whether I choose to stay in the spiral or whether I give the spiral the 5 or 10 minutes it deserves, and then I get up and I go do my dishes. Or I call someone and tell them that I love them. Or that I sit down to this recording and tell you that I love you. And that I love you enough to keep showing up and to not pretend that shitty shit isn't happening. But to show up and say, like, I'm still here. You're still here. And in today, we're okay. We probably don't feel very okay. But we are okay. I've been really appreciating the little small messages and quotes and gestures that authors and speakers and artists that I respect have been sharing today. And I want to contribute to that. So here I am recording an episode that's rambly and the best I can do today. And that all we can do is the best we can. And that I just want you to know that you're not alone. And that even in grief, we can find connection, we can find love, we can choose to reach for those things. One of the various things that has reached my inbox today is this quote from Howard Zinn that I'd love to pass on to you. Quote, "To be hopeful in bad times is not just foolishly romantic. It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but also of compassion, sacrifice, courage, kindness. What we choose to emphasize in this complex history will determine our lives. If we see only the worst, it destroys our capacity to do something. If we remember those times and places, and there are so many, where people have behaved magnificently, this gives us the energy to act, and at least the possibility of sending this spinning top of a world in a different direction. And if we do act, in however small a way, we don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should live in defiance of all that is bad around us is itself a marvelous victory. End quote. And so what I'm inviting all of us toward today is those little, small things we can do to hold each other closer, to share love, and to choose to focus on those moments of magnificence, the moments of dignity, the moments of grace, to share that kind of uplifting message instead of spewing out more vitriol. I wish I had more to offer today. I wish I felt like I knew what to say. But what I know to be true is that showing up in some capacity matters. Showing up with what we have to offer matters. So I'm offering you this very small, very sincere love note. This reminder to listen for the fucking tornado of catastrophizing and to catch it before it consumes you. Reach out, connect, focus on love today and any day, frankly. But the future is always imaginary. And what we have today are the people in our lives who love us and the people in our lives who we love. And thanks to modern technology, those people are accessible in some capacity. And I guess I'll close with just the reminder to be tender with ourselves, that grief is not linear, that feelings are gonna come out sideways, and the best we can do is try to pay attention and to give the feelings the space they require of us without taking them out on others. So please be gentle with yourself today, this week, this month, this next 4 years, my love. I'm going to be here with you. We're not alone. And rather than asking ourselves, what can I do? Ask ourselves, what can I do? Who can I love harder? Who can I connect with? What can I do to make things just a little bit better for myself and the people I care about? Until next week, I love you.